You're listening to the Hustled Up Podcast. We're Holly and Laura, besties since birth, cleaning business owners, multi-passionate doers, and founders of the Hustle Haven, a modern business education and networking collective built for fellow entrepreneurs who crave growth, support, and real connection. Now, we're your go-to girlies for the real side of entrepreneurship. We're covering wins, fails, and the messy middle. So come on in and let's talk branding, booking, burnout, and everything in between. If you're in serious need of tips, tea, total transformation, and that let's freaking go energy, you're in the right place. Grab your earbuds, turn up the volume, and let's hustle up. Hello, Hustle fam. Welcome back to another episode of the Hustled Up Podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Holly.
And my name is Laura.
And before I continue on with this episode, I just got to say there is a thermostat issue in our office building today. And so if we look extra shiny, it is because we are sweating.
I'm having hot flashes, y'all. It's why I'm in a Chores and More t-shirt. I keep wearing sweaters to the office and then I have to change. I'm going through all of our inventory.
Yes, you need to do a little laundry sesh and then we'll be fine. But it is very, very hot. So office life isn't always as glamorous as we make it out to be, but it's fine. We are all good here and we are back with a super good episode. I'm actually really excited for this one because we're going to talk about goal setting and we're going to do a recap, right? Because I feel like we all wait until the new year to set our goals and to, analyze our goals and assess our growth and all of that stuff. But this is actually something you should be doing quarterly. And so we sat down last week and we had a goal setting meeting and we went through our old goals. We redid some of the goals and all this stuff. And we're just going to kind of talk today about, I'm hoping we will motivate you today because we're going to talk about how it's never too late to make positive changes, get your shit together, as I say, because a lot of us like to wait until January 1st. And we, especially during the holidays, I find that I just chalk my life up to God and I'm like, I can't do anything more. It's like, I just can't, it gets crazy, but not this year. We've decided to analyze our goals, which we haven't done before.
This was
did it
the
first
new
time.
year.
Yes.
We did this big goal setting so that I just kept transferring the same goals for each quarter, but those goals should have changed sooner. And that's okay. And we're going to talk about it's okay to change your goals.
Yes. So if you hang tight, we're going to cut to a quick commercial and we'll be right back.
Hey business owners, are you looking for a better way to communicate with your employees? Whether you've just grown tired of your boring, unresponsive email threads or you're sick of paying tons of money for something like Slack or Connect Team, Discord is your answer and I'm going to teach you all about it. In the Hustle Haven's brand new course, Discord 101, I am going to walk you through step by step on how to create a Discord server for your business. This detailed course features over 90 minutes of video content as well as a bunch of PDF downloads to get your server ready to absolutely slay your employee communications. Get ready to level up your company culture with this free platform. Don't wait any longer. Discord 101 is the course for you.
Okay, we are back. And really quick before I jump into the actual topic of today's episode, I do want to say you can go to the hustlehavenllc.com if you want to check out the course that was just mentioned. Discord is life.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. We use it. We've been using it for a few years now, honestly, and it's amazing and it's free and it's awesome. So if you're not sure where to begin with that, you definitely want to consider that course. But okay, we're going to jump in. So first things first, the planners. Now, if you're listening to the audio, you're going to feel left out. You're going to have FOMO because we are showing our planners. They are so cute. And we are using full focus planners for this quarter. The beautiful thing about the full focus planner, and by the way, we're not sponsored or anything like that, but these are tried and true planners. Laura used it the entire year.
Yeah.
I fell off after quarter one and my life was a mess.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever used a planner for an entire year. I was using the Happy Planner for a while. And while I love the Happy Planner, I just found that it wasn't for me because I wasn't consistent enough. This I have written in every single day other than weekends for the entire year.
Yep. And so it's really good. I tried jumping ship. I tried using other planners, and because this one's a little demanding, full focus is a little demanding. And if you're like me and a little low key OCD, and I say that with like legitimate OCD tendencies that have been bestowed upon me from my mother and labeled by my therapist. But I cannot leave empty pages. So I struggled when I wasn't keeping up with it. But the key with a full focus planner is consistency. And so after like a few months of being an absolute hot mess, I decided to jump back into a full focus for quarter 4 because these are quarterly planners. And what's beautiful about the full focus planner is that it holds you accountable for setting your goals, because in every single planner, there is a goals section. So I'm actually going to open mine up, and Laura will do the same and show you the goals section. So again, if you're on audio, you might want to consider switching to video, but I'm going to show you in my closer camera here that's closer to me, and Laura will do the same. I'll switch between the two, but you have your annual goals that you write, and we go by SMARTer goals. I can't remember what the acronym stands for, but you guys already probably know what that is. And then it actually has you break them down. And what's really cool about it is you set your goal statement, like your SMARTer goal, your motivators. So like, why do you care about this goal? What's important about this goal? Because when you are setting goals, you shouldn't be just setting them to set them or for vanity reasons. You should be doing it there should be like a really deep why motivating you to hit that goal. And so that's really important to write down. And then there's also a next step section. And so this is good because this helps you break down the goal.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more attainable, because
Yeah.
the big goal, especially if you're setting really hard, big, lofty goals, it can be really overwhelming. But this really allows you to break it down step by step to make it seem like, okay, I can actually do this. If I take this step, then this step, then this step, I can actually achieve this goal.
Yeah.
Gives you like an action plan.
And the key really is when you're figuring out your next steps after setting your goal, you should take those into your like weekly and daily plans. So whether you're using a full focus or you're using an iPad or you're doing it all in your brain, which I honestly don't recommend at all, you should be taking these little to-dos, these next steps, and figuring out when you're going to put them into your regular like daily life.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to set it and forget it.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely easy. And the beautiful thing too about this is it also has a section for celebration. So what are you going to do to celebrate when you hit that goal? And then that's really fun, because then at the end of the year, end of the quarter, you could be like, oh shit, I hit my goal. We're going to the Chinese buffet. I don't know why. That's like the first thing I thought of.
For ours, I mean, the buffet sounds great, but for ours, it's mostly margaritas and tacos. I
True.
mean, that's just, or dinner and drinks is like
Yeah.
the theme here, because
Yeah.
like clearly we're food and alcohol
wow.
motivated.
Yeah, no, everything is food. Wow.
We love our food. Listen, we love our food. So the other thing that's important about setting your goals in the beginning of the year and then revisiting those goals every quarter is that it might change. If you're having a goal if you have a goal that you've set for 12 months, like to achieve in 12 months, like in the whole year, you might find that you tracked faster or slower than you anticipated. So we're going to get a little vulnerable for a second here, and we're going to share one of our goals with you, which was to have a run rate at $1 million by December of 2025. That would equate to, I believe it's like $83,333 a month. Now, we're not too far from that, but we are further than we wanted to be. And realistically, we don't see ourselves hitting it. So we had to make an adjustment. More realistically, we see ourselves, and it's still a little bit of a stretch, but we did also want to challenge ourselves. But we would like to run at 900,000 by December. We would like to close at a run rate of 900,000, which means we would have to close at $75,000 at the end of December. Now, it's not terribly far. It's far enough that it's scary, though. We're still going to need to grow.
It's a big stretch, but I think that too, the important thing is that one of the main reasons, which I do want to say, that we decided to change the goal, because I've had the $1 million run rate in my each other planner. I was like, nope, we're doing it. Nope, we're doing it. We're going to do whatever it takes. But we sat back and we said, okay, we can try to go for the $1 million run rate and have chaos and not have a steady business, have, things chaotic. We said, no, I'm not going to sacrifice the integrity of our business at the expense of fast growth.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, 900,000 is still very, very much a stretch goal, but we can attain it while having order in our business. And that was really the main reason we decided to switch that goal.
That's a good point. I love that you brought that up because sometimes it has nothing to do with your tracking. It actually sometimes has to do with other factors. So, for example, we've made the decision, as we mentioned a couple of episodes ago, to finally bring a VA into the office. Plus, we have Ashley in the office. So we are heavily working on organizing our office systems. So we need to take a step back from like, not to say we're not doing it, but like hunting down leads, hiring field techs, like all of these things that are required to grow revenue wise, because we need to organize the back end. Because while we do have some systems in place, me and Laura tend to just know things.
Yeah.
So a lot of our operations are just because we know stuff. And so when we bring people in, it gets a little more complicated because they need a hard and steady procedure, answer, policy, whatever it is. So we need to take more time to focus on that and less time to focus on fast growth. So we could have kept it at $1 million. I mean, it would have been tough to hit, but we could have tried it. We could have went for it. I love that 10x is greater than 2x. I'm all about that. But at the same time, we needed to figure out what was more important.
Yeah. And at this point, I think that steady growth is better than just fast growth for us, especially because last year was such a fast growth mode for us. And we did it. We proved to ourselves that we could do it. But now it's time to play cleanup a little bit. It's time to play cleanup. It's time to also not sacrifice the integrity of our life. Not to be dramatic, but
no, I get it.
We want to enjoy this holiday season.
Yeah,
we want to enjoy it.
When you're like growth in a business is expensive. And it requires a lot of time. It requires a lot of energy.
Sanity.
It requires a lot of sanity. And as it is, Laura and I are still working like 10 to 12-hour days. And then sometimes I'm going home and I'm working. I'm hopping on my computer and working. And it's my fault for having such an accessible computer there that I love so much. But it almost makes it too easy. But at the same time, we do crave a work-life balance, and me and Laura sincerely value our home time, our Netflix and chill time, all of that. So we had to reassess that goal and we changed it. And so we're not upset about it. We're not like, damn, we didn't get to the million. We're okay with it. We still made great progress. And this is why it's important to keep track of your numbers every month as a business owner, or your personal wise, I don't know how to word that, but your own personal progress every month. This is important because even though, yes, we're likely not going to hit the $1 million run rate, we still grew a ton from January.
Yeah, we grew a ton. Our business grew a ton, and even more so than that, we grew a ton.
Yeah.
We grew so much as leaders, as bosses, as business partners. Like we grew so much. So I'm more thankful for that growth than I am for the monetary arbitrary number growth.
Absolutely. And you know what? Since the start of the year, as it is, we've taken bigger paychecks. We gave ourselves a raise.
Yeah, we sure did.
We got this beautiful new office. So there has been just a lot of, and those are just two things, but like there have been just like a lot of wonderful things that have happened. So it's just important to remember that and document and log it and remember it and revisit it. And, I think that that's super important. And it comes into play when you're setting your goals and reassessing.
Yeah. Similarly to that too, I'm going to kind of launch to just real quick because it kind of goes hand in hand with this. We had another pretty lofty goal from the beginning of the year to hit 225 recurring clients by the end of the year. So similar to that, we said, okay, let's pull that back. And now our goal is 200. And that's an amazing goal. That's a goal that, again, is attainable because that's the thing about setting the smarter goals. You want to challenge yourself, right? But you also want to make it attainable. If you make it too difficult to hit, you're going to fall so short, get discouraged, and then bow out. Whereas on the flip side, if you make it too easy, you're not going to know your true potential.
Yeah.
So similarly to that, we had to scale that back.
I think that's definitely going to happen. I mean, there's just no doubt in my mind. Yeah. So why are we telling you all this? Because it's important to reassess the goals quarterly. Like I already said, it's very important. And it's going to help you track your progress. It's going to help you you might even be able to, in some cases, extend the goal, like, or stretch the goal, right? So like maybe we were closer to 1 million and we were like, oh, maybe we close at 1.1 or something. And so it's important because it might actually help you like push a little bit further and get even further in your journey. Or it'll help you realize, okay, I need to take a step back, reassess, reevaluate, and set the new goal. And I think also when you set goals for the year or even for the quarter, like whatever it is, honestly,
Mhm.
and you realize like you're not going to hit it, sometimes it can feel a little disappointing. So if you're resetting the goal and you're understanding why you have to reset the goal, right? And you're having an honest conversation with yourself about why you need to do that, it's a little less disappointing. It's a little like it's not like, oh, we didn't hit it, you know?
Yeah.
Instead it's like, okay, there's good reasons actually. There's great reasons that needing to clean up the office just means we've grown so much that we need to bring people in
Yeah.
and we need those policies.
Yeah.
And so we can't, just be going crazy scouting leads and field techs. We need to clean things up internally here. So I think that it's really important. And another thing that I want to mention is that if you like fell off the wagon, I don't know how else to word that, like the wagon of your life, the life wagon, the planning wagon, the plan wagon. That sounds cool.
Yeah. If you're in the dirt road.
If you are just on all fours crawling because you've fallen off the wagon, um, it's not too late to get back into it.
Sure.
Even if you didn't set goals at the beginning of this year or last quarter or quarter two, like even if you didn't do that, it is not too late. Even right now, when you are listening to this on October 7th, it is not too late to say, I'm going to set goals for the rest of the quarter. I'm going to assess what I've done throughout 2025, set the goals. It is not too late to buy yourself a planner. It doesn't have to be full focus, doesn't have to be, could be a notebook, could be a notebook if you need, but it's not too late to get a system in place that's going to allow you to break down your goals into daily tasks, reassess those tasks every week, figure out your big projects on a smaller scale. Cause, to say like, for example, let me think for a minute. I'm going to revisit one of these goals. Hold on. So, okay, let's see. Okay, the 200 recurring clients goal,
Okay.
right? So, okay, great. We want to have 200 clients. What are the steps to do that? Lower attrition. How are we going to do that? We broke it down. We're calling them love drops. We're going to make sure we do quality checks at least once a day to make sure that the text quality is good. We are going to make sure we do 10 client touches every single week, whether it's through call, through text, whatever it is. But we're going to make sure we do that. We're going to drop survey cards. We're going to assign the survey cards and make sure that they are dropped at every house. So it's more than just, oh, we want to lower client attrition. Okay, how are you going to do that? What are the smaller steps? Now, when I go into my weekly spreads and into my weekly preview and whatever, or in your case, like if it's just your to-do notebook, then you can write on here like, oh, okay, on Monday, I want to follow up with 4 of my clients. I have 10 that I have to do throughout the week. On Monday, I want to follow up with 4 of them. And then I'm going to quality check this person. On Tuesday, I'm going to have Laura quality check this person. On Wednesday, I'm going to quality check this person. So you break it down. You have to break it down into small, actionable steps. And that's why it's not too late to set the goals right now.
Yeah.
We still have how many days left this year? I don't know. A lot.
A lot. But
Yeah.
a lot of people think, oh, no, I'm going to wait till the new year. I'm going to wait till the new year with everything. Why? If you wait, and I saw a video about this on TikTok, good old fashioned TikTok. They were like, if you're waiting till the new year to get started with whatever it is, I feel like he was talking about weight loss. You are prolonging where you'll be by 3 months.
Yeah.
If you start today instead of waiting till January, when January comes, you will be 3 months ahead of it.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
Yes.
That's huge.
Yes. I totally agree. I couldn't agree more. And I also feel like it's important. If anything, I not only want to motivate you and inspire you, but I want to actually encourage you to do this because, like I said earlier, the holidays are crazy for any business owner, anybody who like works in general. Like the holidays are just insane. You don't want to be like just flying by the seat of your pants trying to like get through it and survive. You want to be prepared. You want these actionable things set up. You want to make sure you have your weeks planned out. You want to make sure you have your events planned out so that you can plan around those events. Like I, on the weeks that I don't have this all written down and planned, I'm a mess. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
personally too, like this is for my personal life too, like the Christmas gifts I need to buy and who I need to buy for and what I need to do in terms of the employees, like the holiday party and this and that. Like there's just so much what I need to cook for what event and what day. You know what I mean? Like just little things. So it's really important. I would encourage you to really start figuring this out and planning ahead. And don't think that like you have to just be a hot mess for the rest of the year and then start fresh in January.
I'm so guilty of that. I'm like, well, it's the holidays, so she's gonna
No,
eat ice
same.
cream and flounder.
No, same. Like, no, literally, like that's how I was last year. And I swore, and this is why I did that. This is why I picked up this book because I swore last year. I have it on my Facebook memories. It's gonna pop up. And at one point in December, it's gonna pop up and it's gonna say, I swear next year I will have everything organized and delegated. I did. I
Ooh,
said
I
that
would
because
love that.
I was like so stressed last year. We were in heavy growth mode and we were actually understaffed, I believe, last year. Luckily
Yeah.
now we're in a comfortable position. But oh my gosh, it was like, and anything could change in an instant anyway. So you have to be prepared. I say we're comfortable in terms of our staffing, but you never know. Somebody could quit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like
3 people could quit tomorrow.
you just never know. Don't even
I'm
manifest
sorry.
that.
Knock on wood.
Girl.
What about knock on
Girl,
everything?
there's wood under this, I think. Oh gosh. But anyway, you always want to just be prepared. And so if anything, like January's slow. Like January it quiets down. Like this is less important in January, honestly. Like that's how I feel. Like this is important to do now. It's important to really just set yourself up for success in 2026.
Yeah. And I know we're talking a lot specifically about business goals. I do want to say that this is also a great place to plan and track your personal goals too. They're just as important, if not more important, because your business and your life, they aren't a separate entity. Your business and your life go hand in hand. So I think that when you kind of, which I'm pot calling the kettle black because your girl has not planned her personal goals yet. She did her.
I didn't either.
I'm talking in the third person. She did. I did. We did the business goals because we did it together. But now it's time to plan those personal goals because you need to make sure that they are also aligned with your professional goals. Like, for
Mhm.
example, and this is not one of my goals, but let's just say it was a season where I was like, one of my goals is to spend more time at home with my family or spend more time learning how to bake.
I love how you were like, this is not my goal. I do not care about my family.
Oh my god. That's
Workaholics Anonymous. Hey.
I love my family. But if it is a season where like you're a mom and you're like, I really want to prioritize spending time with my kid or whatever, or whatever, you're gonna want to change your professional goals because it's not gonna really make sense for you to have, you know, a goal that involves taking more time off while also hitting a crazy monetary goal for your business. That just doesn't make sense. So you need to make sure that they are aligned. And I will also say from experience, when I was reflecting after Holly and I goal sat, I looked at all of my old personal goals and I was way more behind on the personal goals. And I am way more behind on my personal goals than my professional goals. So you need to pay attention to both. They're just as important.
Yeah. And take them into consideration when you're planning your days out, your day-to-days. So like if you do want to pursue a hobby in your sourdough starter, which is something I want to do one day.
Of course you do.
Of
course you do. You don't have enough things going on.
I know, right?
You're
Like,
nurture sourdough.
I know. I do. I want to name her Fermenta.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so but if you want to do that and your sourdough starter is going to require a little bit more time because you keep accidentally letting the starter die, then you maybe want to make sure that you put all of your meetings before 5 o'clock because you want to make sure you're home by 5:30. Maybe you want to
fermenta.
You got to go home and take care of Fermenta. So, just make sure that you're taking all of those goals, like Laura said, that you've beautifully balanced out, right? You beautifully balanced out these goals now. You want to make sure you take that and apply it to your everyday life. So if you are in like heavy growth mode and you are okay staying in the office for 10 hours a day, that's totally fine. But if you want to prioritize more time at home or more time in the gym or more time at kickboxing or whatever, then you maybe want to say, hey, I'm not going to book any meetings after 4 o'clock. I'm going to make sure I take my lunch right at 1:00 so that I can be done by 5 and like plan your day out that way. Because sometimes I take my lunch at like 3:00 and then the day's over for me. It just throws me all off.
Yeah, we did
I'm
it
a
all the
mess.
time. And then we're eating dinner at like 9 p.m. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
Oh gosh, mess, an absolute mess. So carefully craft your days and take those goals and take them into consideration, and your ideal day and your ideal week and all that stuff too. So yeah, I love this.
I do too. It's never too late, man.
I have been feeling so pumped. Like, I jumped into this last week and I feel organized. And let me just say, I set a big 3. We call them big 3s. Like, it's your 3 big projects, goals, like whatever it is that you want to do, achieve, do, whatever. I only did 2. I only did 1 out of the 3. And I still feel really good because a lot of smaller to-dos took over for the week. But now I know what the goals were and I've applied them to this week. So now I'm like, okay, I didn't get to do, one of the big things is that I would like to plan our Hustled Up episodes through the summer of next year and try to scout some guests. That was on my weekly big 3. Didn't do it. I'm going to take time this week to make sure that gets done, because now I've taken that big 1 from the big 3, and I've moved it over. But if I didn't have it written down, I wouldn't have known that was like a big project that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I would have forgotten about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about all of the small things that we said we needed to do, like lowering the cry nutrition and how we're going to do that. I forgot about all of that until Holly just mentioned it. So, like, if it's not written down, you're not actively looking at it, you will forget it.
Yeah.
Or at least I will.
Yeah. So I hope that this episode inspired you, motivates you, and gives you permission to sit down, assess your year, assess your goals, assess your current life situation, your current season, and make a plan for the rest of the year and set yourself up for success in the new year, because it's really not too late to do that. And I mean, the beginning of quarter 4 is a wonderful time. And it'll set yourself up for success through the holidays as well.
We could be drinking hot cocoa and slinging goals.
Oh, please. Right? Sounds perfect. As I'm sitting here sweating
I know.
my ass off.
I can't even think about hot cocoa. I feel like I look so shiny. I think my bangs are getting wetter and wetter as the episode goes on. I apologize.
I can feel like my legs, my calves are sweaty.
Oh, yeah, no. When I get up, there's probably going to be a sweat butt mark in this chair.
It's going to be
not cute.
It's going to be rough, guys. We are suffering. So with that being said, I'm going to call it here, because my office doesn't hit the sun. Like, this is a very sun facing room. That's why it's so bright in here. So we don't have any lights on. Like, it's just the neon sign, but my room's nice and shady. It's pretty cool.
Shady. Mine is not, if you're wondering.
Laura's is facing the same side of the building.
Mine is literally right next door, and it's hot. I literally texted Holly this morning when I walked in, and I was like, it feels like the inside of the devil's butt crack.
Yeah, she did say
What
that.
it feels like.
Those literal words. She was like, be prepared. And I was like, okay. I don't wear sweaters though. Or if I do, I layer every time.
I only own sweaters.
You need a new wardrobe, girly pop.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to go cool off, drink some water, and wrap up our day. We have a ton to do today, but I hope that this was helpful. If it was, make sure you connect with us on Instagram, on TikTok, slide into the DMs. You guys, those of you who have slid into the DMs, we are the most reciprocative ass bitches you will ever meet in your life. So do not be shy. We would love to hear from you. You can email us, hustleduppodcast@gmail.com, or we are at Hustle Haven LLC on social media. And that's it. I have nothing else. So we're going to hop on off of here.
Bye.